Might just pull up in the Brinks truck, hop out. Okay, then we side out. Big boys, let's go. I've been doing damage. Brinks truck, hop out. Okay, then we side out. Big boys, let's go. I've been doing damage.
Stop, wait, manipulate time. Why do I feel like I'm Marty McFly? I'm about to pop, 4th of July. No, I ain't talking no party supplies.
Hold up, stop, manipulate time. Why do I feel like I'm Marty McFly? I got a lot, that was my pride. Tell it goodbye, cause that part of me died.
Needle in a haystack. Middle Tennessee, where I stay at. Moved out here cause it's laid back. That and the state tax. Now I got a gate where I stay at. Drip shot, look at that drip. I got control, I feel like it's click. I don't run deep now, look at my click. 1, 2, 3, 4, really that's it.
Whoa, 2005 in a row, that's bingo. Stepped outside with a coke at the Kinko. Motorola flip, dope ringtone. Better fight than this, don't think so. Hey, what do you need? I got a guy, he'll get it done. Talking about me, talking about I'm the one. Might just pull up in the
Brinks truck, hop out. Okay, then we side out. Big boys, let's go. I've been doing damage. Brinks truck, hop out. Okay, then we side out. Big boys, let's go. I've been doing damage.
Stop, wait, manipulate time. Why do I feel like I'm Marty McFly? I'm about to pop, 4th of July. No, I ain't talking no party supplies.
Hold up, stop, manipulate time. Why do I feel like I'm Marty McFly? I got a lot, that was my pride. Tell it goodbye, cause that part of me died. Tiptoe walking, whisper talking, speak up when you talk to me. In my bed like Mary Poppins, ooh, I think they on to me. It keep knocking, I keep rocking, I can't even stop the thing. I is on me, Mike Wazowski, this right here is Monster Inc.
I got pizzazz, she got a whole lot of sass. I'm not the type to react. I got the code in his crack. Connor and Nick, we like Kobe and Shaq. Life getting sleepy like Cody and Zach. Dropping some friends, I'm lonely at last. So don't even ask.
Might just pull up in the Brinks truck, hop out. Okay, then we side out. Big boys, let's go. I've been doing damage. Brinks truck, hop out. Okay, then we side out. Big boys, let's go. I've been doing damage.
What a day. Listen, I was in Philadelphia where the home run derby was just a couple hours ago. We left around 5 o'clock, 5:30, stopped to get a bite to eat, made it home, and my wife and I watched the derby the whole ride home. It made the trip go so fast. We both said, we're like, man, that was such an easy drive watching that awesome home run derby from start to finish. A couple surprises. You know, I think there were people who didn't perform that we thought would, but that ending was absolutely epic. I want to get into the All-Star Village a little bit and talk about that. I did get to see Joseph and his son Vincent again. They went to the Home Run Derby. I looked at tickets this morning because I was like, maybe I'll take the kid. The cheapest ticket anywhere I could get for the Home Run Derby was $609. By the time that we were leaving the All-Star Village, I was talking to Joseph. I'm like, I'm going to look. He's like, you might be able to get some on the site. Sometimes they open more. There weren't any. So I went to the resellers. The cheapest ticket at that point was $1,200. And they were all up high. What? That's crazy. And I talked to my wife on the way home. I did say to her, I said, I don't know that that's an event I need to see live. Right? It's not a game. It's cool to watch a minute home runs, but there's no, it's just, it'd be cool to say you were there, but I like the enjoyment of it more on TV. Especially for $1,200. No, it was. They're supposed to be doing it in Baltimore in a few years, possibly. There's a lot of talks going on about that. Maybe. I will say I learned this because Joseph was able to give me 2 tickets. If you have a Capital One card or I think MasterCard, it was Capital One, the All-Star Village. First of all, you get a free ticket to the All-Star Village to that fan fest, and then on top of that, you can get early access. Joseph was able to get a package for the Futures game, the Home Run Derby, and the All-Star game for a very, in my opinion, reasonable price. I would have bought them for that for my whole family. So that's cool. That's good to know if they ever come in our area again. Now I'll say this about the about the Fan Fest. I got there and even in Philly, parking, we found parking right away, $30. But right next to it, which is, not uncommon. And Adley Rutschman Rare. Corbin Carroll out of 75. And a Brandon Lowe Mini Diamonds. Who's got the Diamondbacks? We met this mascot today. I'm going to talk about that. Baxter. Dude, he won Baxter won the mascot home run derby. My favorite part of the day. So anyhow, so we parking, we get in pretty easily. Big open, the Philadelphia Convention Center, the first time I was in there, was huge. It was very nice, air conditioned, super enjoyable environment. Everything was spaced out, kind of almost too spread out. There could have been some more things. But lines were so fucking long. My oldest one, Paxton, on the way out, said that I liked it today, but I didn't like how many people were at all the things. So I had asked Joseph earlier, there's a weather hole. I said, is this like pretty comparable? His who I picked to win tonight. He disappointed me. Alex Freeland. I said to Joe, I said, is this like normal? I said, he goes to him every year. He goes, this is by far the busiest fan fest he's ever been to. I mean, I'm talking about, we waited an hour to do where they robbed the home run. Like you go up on a Velcro wall, an hour for that. Some things didn't take long. Like they were able to meet the Phillie Phanatic. My wife and kids, I was sitting at the table. Joe just showed up. And so I was talking to him, and the Phillie Phanatic came out with the Tigers mascot. And they looked at me. I was like, go, go, go. They ran over. They got to get on stage with them. They only waited like 20 minutes for that. So that was like, there were little things that you could do if you caught it. We met the pirate, or the parrot. We met him, and we just got there just in time, like when there was not a big line. Oh, there we go. Connolly Early out of 50. And a Jordan Alvarez. There's a rookie for the Red Sox going out to... who is it? Jason Mello. You got him in the random. That's your team, dude. But I didn't post pictures of this yet because I want to make a separate post for it tomorrow. By far the best thing there was the mascot home run derby. I thought at first only like 5 of them came out. But by the end of it, I said, I think we met and a bunch of them came over to us. We were waiting. We went like an hour early just to stand on the fence. We probably didn't have to. Otani coming. But we wanted to make sure we had like a front row seat. And it was worth it. Because my son got his hat autographed by the Pirate there. He got tons of love from the Phillie Phanatic again. Got to meet... Oh, I don't know if Corey Kelly's in here, but... Southpaw, the White Sox... the White Sox, I don't know why I was thinking Corey. Michael Thompson is a White Sox fan, number one. But the Southpaw, the White Sox mascot, was awesome. The Twins mascot was there. He sucked at the home run derby. That's why I was thinking Corey. I sent Corey a video. I was like, dude, your mascot even sucks. Ellie De La Cruz on common and a Garrett for the Red Sox. But it was so entertaining. They were hilarious. They were well involved with the fans. Would definitely go for it again if it was close. But I would go with a different plan of attack because I'd probably get there right when it opened. We did not get to meet Dinger. He was only there. TC did not make contact. TC did not do well. And he was kind of a dick. My son was so close to me. He kept going, he wanted TC back. He's like, TC. He's screaming the whole time. And TC just lays on the ground and doesn't even look. I'm like, you bum. You suck and you're not fun. Aaron Judge. The Cubs mascot is probably the cutest mascot. My wife's like, oh, look at him. I'm like, I know, he's like a big teddy bear. Baxter was badass. We saw the Braves mascot. We saw the Rays. Oh, the final, I forget what, Raymond for the Rays is a really huge, cool looking one. The Fanatic was crushing homers. He was obviously always entertaining. Colson Montgomery and a Mason Miller. But again, I know it's mascots. Some people don't care about this stuff. Like when we go to Disney, we spent one of our whole trips just going to all the different characters. You know, my oldest is probably getting a little old for it. He liked it, but I saw that he's getting older today. But my other son, Combe, was like in mascot heaven. Absolutely loved it. The Miz. So there were a few, this is what I want to say, there were a few cool and I didn't post pictures of this, I will, but a few exhibits, and they had So he's really into Pokemon. So I had a bunch of his like Pokemon stuff. It had some of their shoes and their jerseys. Maybe it was like their high school jersey or a college jersey or jersey from the World Baseball Classic. So there was some cool exhibits like that. There was an auction kind of thing for some older stuff. There wasn't anything good. This is the thing. I took a video and I'm going to post this. Topps had a stand there. Brady House here. Topps had a stand, and it was truly pathetic. I'm not. I look, and I would want to say this to them, and this is why it was. It was pathetic because I should back up. Their presentation about cards was really cool. So they did the evolution of their cards all the way from like the 52 mantle and like even before that. And like they put, and I'm going to show you a video of this. They put a display on where, like when they first started doing numbered cards, when they started their first rookie debut patch. What is that, Dave? And so that part was cool. Here's another part was cool. So they're like their exhibit itself was cool. So they had some like game used Vlad Guerrero batting shins and batting like protectors. They had like a Mickey Mantle game used bat. They had like a glove from a player. They had a Ken Griffey bat. So they had some really cool stuff. Here's a Bobby Witt for the Royals going out to Fred out of 75. Got to see him play this week. So that was cool. But this is why it was done. And they're doing this for the National this year. One of the big things from Topps in the National historically is the wrapper redemption, right? You buy a box of a certain product that they put out. It's usually like one of their low-end retail, like you have to buy like a retail mega or something for one pack, or you can buy a big hobby box and get a couple packs, but it's certain products. It's at the National. They're not doing it this year. They're not doing any wrapper. Like you're not getting any of those packs. So Joseph told me, was that just the first box? Was that really just the first box, or am I losing my mind? That was just the first one, right? So 2 numbered cards in that. Not bad at all. Just double check and make sure I'm not losing my mind here. So anyhow, yeah. So Joseph said that every year they would give away like an all-star pack specific to, no, not out of this. We have not. We did out of one of our finest boxes, had one, Corey. So I guess they would do like kind of like a silver pack thing, but it would be specifically for the All-Star event. They weren't doing that this year. So I shouldn't say Topps suck. This is why I think it sucked. Outside of their display. Of course, they always have really cool professional stuff I'll never own, really cool rookie cards, stuff like that displayed. The activity was you waited in this extremely long line, which I was able to catch it with not that bad of a line. My kids wanted to go to a stand, so I was like, cool, I'll just go to Topps. You go up to, you wait in another long line once you're in there, and you go up and they have like it looks like a card table booth, like you would go with a clear glass case, and they're like, put together a 4-card set with, and they're in top loaders, 3 base cards and a parallel. And it's like nobody's. It's out of Top Series 1. It's not like there were like Aaron Judge, and you don't get to keep them. So I'm like, what do I do? He's like, just pick 3 base cards of any players and then a parallel. There was only one parallel. It was like, put this circle in the circle hole. That's how simple it was. And then if you do, you win a pack. And the pack was literally 3 cellophane wrapped Series 1 cards. Not from the All-Star, not stamped from it. Just repackaged Top Series 1 base cards. I have my bag. I should go find. Minnesota's in for Minnesota. Nice. Yeah, well, TC was not that. Maybe they're trying to switch it up a little bit. That, to me, I was like, really? That's what you're going to do at a paid event, right? They do more at the National and stuff, but I would think, like, Now, they did have at the end, if you open your pack, and, like, they had, like, kind of like how you ever see those book exchanges, take a book, give a book. That they did that for a card. They had it like all laid out that other people would put. It was like, if you take a card, just put a different one here if you want to change your players. So So as far as Jackson Merrill mini diamonds there, as far as that goes, that stand could have been better. I honestly didn't even plan on going to it because Joseph told me when he got there, he's like, don't waste your time going to Tops. It's a really long line. They're not really giving away anything. So I wanted to stop in just for our sake of the group and be able to share that with you guys. The kids, Cohen had a great time. That's why we went. This was Cohen's baseball event. He wanted to go to the Meet the Mascots. We are going to go take Paxton to the Pokemon Go game in Baltimore in August. So he had to go with this. He didn't want to go. He had a good time, though. But it was crowded. The lines are long. Kids don't like that. Right? Like, there's a Connor Griffin. Churio Refractor and a Akamoto Mini Diamonds rookie for the Blue Jays going out to Johnny Guypen. But I do hope, I was just talking to Doug about it right before we went live, Scott. I was like, he was telling me about some sports memories he had with his son. And I said, I got to ask you, does he ever talk about them? Because my concern is my kids aren't going to remember it, right? Like, they're going to be like, oh, yeah, we did stuff. Like, I remember we did some baseball stuff. I was like, you guys got to go to an all-star fan fest. Like, yeah, like Chris said, it's in Wrigley next year. There's a lot of talk that the following year, it's probably going to be in, like, San Francisco. It's the year of the Olympics. Now baseball's in the Olympics. They're thinking because it overlaps. This is what Joseph was telling me anyhow. They because of the overlap, they'll probably do it out west so that the players will be out there. Jackson Holiday with a nice uncommon. Nolan McLean and Bryce Harper. He sucked tonight. But then the following year, supposedly, Baltimore has a good shot to get it, I guess. We'll see. But, yeah, it was cool. And Joseph hooked us up with 2 tickets. The tickets for my kids were only $35. So we paid $70 for those 2 to get in. My wife and I were fortunately gifted tickets. That made it a little bit easier to swallow. Like, and this is true even at a card convention. The wait for food was about 45 minutes just to get, like, Chicky and Pete's fries. You did not have to wait for beer. That was for $15 for Budweiser. There was no line. That's who was one of their sponsors was Budweiser. Owen Cassie and Tariq Schoolball. Joseph said last night at the Futures game that they had like a Liberty Bell replica and they filled it with Bud Light. And if you were at the event, they were just giving out free Bud Light at the event out of the Liberty Bell, which is pretty cool. He has a cool picture of that. I'll have to see if he'll share that. Joe Ryan out of 250 and a Caminero Mini Diamonds. I really thought he had a good shot to win tonight. He just had a horrible second round. So all in all, if it's close to you, if it's in your city, I know Scott, he was telling me it was out in Seattle. When was that? Last year or a couple of years ago? He was telling me a story about the Seattle one, and it sounded like it was not quite. I mean, it was a lot more of an enjoyable experience because of the crowd. Salvador Perez refractor. Oh, there's a Cardinal. So Jordan Walker tonight, the first Cardinal to ever win a home run derby. McGuire never won one. And I think who's the other player was in like 4 times? Is it Pujols? That was in 4 times and never won. So, kind of interesting. Yeah, Pujols. Okay, yeah. So it was in 4 times and never won. I got to get sleeves and top loaders here. Some of the other cool things that they did too was, so they had like the world's largest baseball that was autographed by a bunch of people. They had a lot of cool stuff for the kids. Again, it's a fan fest, so it is a lot geared towards kids. The kids got the steel home plate, the steel home. They robbed the home run ball. A bunch of minor league team mascots at a separate section was cool for them. So a lot of photo opportunities. We got to wear a replica. It was 12 pounds. It was heavy. Of the home run derby necklace. That was cool. There was some a VR baseball thing where it like with a real ball, but you were watching. It was crazy how they did it, almost like a simulation. The lines for it. This was another problem too, and I think it had to do with the crowd. Joseph and I both failed at getting reservations. At 1 o'clock, reservations opened up for all the stuff again. They were closed at like 9 this morning. They opened up again at 1, and it was harder to get a reservation for anything than it was like to get Topps product. Not even joking. Like it was reloading, refreshing, sold out. And it was free. Everything was free, but you had to have a reservation. Or you had to wait on standby. Well, my son really wanted to try that. There was a Mizorowski, a Roman Anthony, Perdomo Uncommon, and Jonathan Arenado Mini Diamonds. He wanted to do that VR thing. We were like, well, let's just go wait in standby, because we had done that for another thing. It was an hour wait in standby. It was already 4 o'clock. My son's like, I don't need to do it. He goes, I'd rather go home and just hit baseball. So, again, I think he was just a little upset. He didn't feel like waiting in lines like that. I mean, isn't the Bonds versus McGwire, like, just that era of baseball, Scott, just one of the best eras of baseball? I mean, I remember my grandmother, who's passed quite a few years ago now, she was never, even when we were there for Steelers games at my grandparents' house, she had dinner for us every Sunday, no matter what was on, Super Bowl or anything. I don't ever remember her watching, but I do remember her kind of watching and like cheering on for when the Home Run Derby was on, when they were chasing the record that during that time. Like every time that, when they were getting close to the record, those games were on constantly. They'd break away and show if Bonds was on or if Sosa was on. Was it Sosa and McGwire that were going for the record? But Bonds has it, right? Bryce Eldridge refractor and a Mike Trout Mini Diamonds. Some good stuff in here. Sorry, I'm yammering away. I've been stuck in a car with kids for over 7 hours a day. And I got a lot of like built up energy, and so yeah. So if I'm yammering a little bit tonight, that's why. Akamoto, Stephen Kwan with the uncommon, and Atreya Savage arrivals. But yeah, so Joseph is gonna. I think he posted one. They went to the Home Run Derby tonight, the Futures game last night, and they're going to the All-Star game tomorrow. And it's cool when he got his seats through that Capital One thing or whatever. You keep your same seats for all the events. So that's kind of cool. Byron Buxton with a rare and a Nick Kurtz Mini Diamonds. I will say, my wife and I said this too. We go to Baltimore. We drove to Baltimore and back on a day trip this week to watch the Orioles play the Royals. Caminero. And now we got an auto warming Bernabel for the Nationals. Going out to Bob Riley. First auto of the break. Going into Philly, although it's only really like 25 minutes further than Baltimore, total drive, it is just so much harder to get in and out of the city. Baltimore is such an easy city to get in and out of. I love going to O's games. It was traffic in Philly just plain sucks. That's all there is to it. O'Neal Cruz, the Mini Diamonds. Tariq Skubal at a 250 going out to the Detroit Tigers. It's going to be Robbie Martin. We're up to, 4 numbered cards and an autograph. Kyle Teal, Bubba Chandler, and Caminero. But very, very blessed. Scott, you're right. I hope it's a core memory for my kids. I feel super blessed. I had the opportunity to do that. Blessed to see Joe and his son again today. I did buy something really cool. I got to give Joe another shout out for this. He buys like these Franklin batting gloves, and like they sell ones that exactly like the players wear. They're the same ones. They're not player worn or anything, but they, like almost like he said, like they order extra, and then they sell these to the fans and stuff. They didn't have these ones out, but because he buys so much from them, he knew the rep there. He's like, he has some of the Baltimore Orioles City Connect batting gloves. They're like authentic, awesome. I can't wait to show you guys. I forgot I wanted to start the break with them tonight. I'll have to do it on the next one. Which I'm hoping to get up early tomorrow and put up a semi-decent sized break for the All-Star break. I don't know how big I'm going to go because we kind of did it last minute. I did not plan on going to an Orioles game. I did not plan on going to the All-Star Fan Fest. There's a password. Mini diamonds for the Pirates going out to Corey Kelly. And this is a Chase Burns rare rookie for the Reds. I'm going to top load that one. So I do apologize I didn't get something posted sooner. I'm glad we were able to get some sort of home run derby contest done. It made it a lot more fun to follow. Although it didn't need, that home run derby this year did not need any help at all. What a fun event. I mean, it's not like I'm going to ruin it for anyone, but if you didn't see it, go back and watch it. And we're literally, so Jordan Walker is on his like 7th pitch in the final round. And we pull another driveway. That's how like it took us all the way home. Here we go. Kafis out of 199. I thought it was going to be shorter. And a Jackson Holiday. Johnny with the Mini Diamonds Jackson. And we were like counting down. I'm like, he's going to need 2 and then 3 after his last pitch. Dude, it was so much fun to watch that just in the car with my wife. Watch that electric comeback. Philly fans booing every time he was up, cheering every time he didn't get a home run. And you knew. The funny thing was when he was up that last round, I couldn't watch. I was driving for some of it. You knew when he had home run because the crowd was completely silent. And you knew when he missed because there were cheers that were so loud. Philly fans are just assholes, man. I kind of liked it, though. Uncommon Ohtani there. A Skeens rare. A box or 2 back. I'm going to go look for it now. Hold on. Oh, I did. I can see it. It's on the top of my pile. Thank you, Corey. You are absolutely right. Thank you. I've been trying. I'm getting too comfortable in not checking and looking. And I guess sometimes it slips. You can tell, obviously from the colors in the background. But yeah, so Uncommon Ohtani, a rare Skeens. We got a bunch to go over at the end. This is such a great break for a low price point, in my opinion. So many numbered cards, good chance at autos, chance at case hits. Kevin McGonigal, that is a Skeens Uncommon. And Cuero for the White Sox Uncommon Mini Diamonds. Thank you, Corey. I appreciate you, man. Not so much TC Bear, but I appreciate you. Yeah, Baxter, the Diamondback, won it. For the Diamondbacks. Cam, he was out. Wasn't Ben Rice the most disappointing part of tonight's home run derby? Roman Anthony. He was just a letdown. I thought it was really cool watching Jordan Walker's parents get excited for him, like as he continued to come back, watching his dad get fired up. Cool. It was a cool story to hear him talk about his journey a little bit. George Springer and Joe Ryan for the Twins. Excuse me. But yeah, I think 2 more Orioles games this summer I'm going to. And that'll be all until the fall when my wife goes back to school. We might sneak to 1. But yeah, we're going to see the Angels in August for the Pokemon Go night. There's an Uncommon Buxton. And we're going to see the Braves play here at the end of July. All right. 2 more boxes to go. Let's get another auto, a case hit, or at least something numbered to like 50 or less. I didn't like the numbered card there. Yeah, true, Scott. The Philly fans agreed with you. He was exciting to watch. He is the most cool, calm, and collected young player at the plate I've seen since I've started watching like hard. He like didn't bat an eye, not with the fans, not when he was down. He just kept his composure. Bryce Eldridge. There's a Murakami rare and a Colby Thomas Mini Diamonds rookie. White Sox going out to, oh, there you go, Scott. A rare Murakami. Man, that kid that was a Philly fan, they interviewed like right when the home run derby started. They asked him who he thought would win. He's got all his Philly gear on. He's like, Murakami. Dude, I'm pretty sure Philly fans are going to murder him. When he's like, they don't care if you're a kid. They're like, we have 2 players in this. Yeah, his swing is like smooth. He just looks smooth up there, swinging that bat like he belongs in that home run derby, no matter how young he was. What is that? How old was he? He is fairly. He's only in the league a couple years, right? Not as young as Caminero, who just turned 23, July 5th. Oh, and Cassie, I'm at the top of this one. Another Murakami for you here. And who else was the young? There was another, I think, 23-year-old in it. It wasn't Walker. He's not that young. We got something numbered here. Password out of 250 and a Verlander Mini Diamonds. Pirates on the board here. Corey Kelly with another one. And I saw someone say at the beginning, and I know I talked to, I think it was Chris, and I think it was Doug that said it in here. The format switch, I would completely agree. The format switch is so much better. Although the very first batter that was up, he was getting gassed, and they were all going to wonder what he was going to do because there's no timeouts. So he walked over and put some pine tar on his bat, on common there. And tried to catch his breath. But you could see some of those players getting gassed in the first round. 20 swings. Now it went down to 15. There's a Connor Griffin on common and a Mason Wynn for the Cardinals? Yep. On common Connor Griffin. That Jordan Walker for the Cards was an easy guy to root for. Especially when Philly was booing him and... Oh, yeah. Okay, Caglio. Yeah, he was... Oh, look at this. Back to back. How about just an Ohtani common, but another Murakami, and that's going to be a common Murakami, but that's your third one coming on hot at the end. Chase Burns. There's a Caglione. Got to see him play this week. Correa. James Wood. Dylan Beavers refractor rookie and a Brian Woo. That is a rare mini diamonds for the Mariners. Going out to Dave. Beavers it was last night. Pretty sure got hit by a pitch. Dude, cleared the dugouts. Here he ended up. I was like, why is he getting so mad over getting hit? They broke his hand. He broke his hand. He's done for a while. Like, we can't lose players. Hunter Green on common. Paul Skeens, team's finest refractor. Cool card. And one more box to go. We did get a lot of numbered cards so far, but I would like to see us get at least another auto or a case hit here. Again, under 25, plus a chance at the home run derby. Couldn't beat it for the price. Just pull something big. So there are 4 more boxes from this case. And I do have 7 additional boxes I was able to get. So I'll work those in. But even if there's more than 4 in the next one, it will be 4 from that case. Just giving you the heads up now. There's an Ohtani rare. And a Kevin McGonigal uncommon mini diamonds for Detroit going out to Robbie Martin. I'm going to go through I'm going to need a third pack of top loaders. Who won the Derby? Walker. There's a Mega Box exclusive case hit. Okay. Ellie De La Cruz. There's a Griffey on the Reds. So if it's not in this box, it's got to be in the 4 of those. All the ones we've done so far. The first 4 that was in the mix. And then, or was it 3? Because we've done 12. Yeah, it was 4 in the first mix, 6 and 6. So there's 4 left over there. Weatherholt, Caglio. And Messick, rookie. And we did get 1 out of 25. I said I want at least 1 out of 25. Hopefully that means something else is in here. Because our box with the 2 out of 25 was pretty strong. 17 out of 25. Parker Messick for the Guardians. Going out to Dougie. Rookie out of 25. Oh, I thought you meant who. Oh, sorry, Scott. It's been a long day. Yeah, it was Corey Kelly and Nick Orbitz. They each won 18. And the only thing that hurt them coming, like, it's better to win than not to win. And I want to ask you guys how you feel about this. Because Walker ended it early, he didn't get to hit the rest of his hits. I guess there's no need for it because there's no tiebreaker from the round before, but it kind of changes like total home runs in a home run derby that way, which I guess doesn't matter anyhow. There's a Coulson Montgomery arrivals. I guess it doesn't really matter anyhow since they're changing it every now and then from time to outs to swings. So the total number would be null and void anyhow. Garrett Cole. And Bubba Chandler mini diamonds for the Pirates. Another nice Pirates card. Yeah, Corey, here's the thing. You can't use sarcasm with the same phrase that you normally say when you're genuinely upset. It gets confusing. O'Neal Cruz. Kyle Tucker. And Basayo. I'm still debating getting his jersey. If we re-sign Mayo or extend, I should say, give an extension to Mayo, I'm getting a Mayo jersey. I have a feeling we're going to trade him. Password. And Nolan McLean with an uncommon refractor. And Jose Ramirez mini diamonds. Last pack mojo. Let's go. Arenado, DeGrom. There's a Connor Griffin. Got a few there, Corey. Acuna, and ending it with a J-Rod. So 1 auto, but a bunch of numbered stuff. And actually in this one, a few good names with rares and mini diamonds. So we're going to go over all that real quick and recap. Once again, guys, thank Chris. Big shout out to you for running the home run derby thing while I was driving home. Maybe we just assume you're always complaining, Corey. Bunch of sleeved up stuff here. So the thing with the finest retail too, a lot of those mini diamonds, inserts, stuff like that. A lot of rookies in it too with only 100 player checklist. So Connor Griffin with the common. Nolan McLean with the uncommon refractor. Bubba Chandler common mini diamonds. Kevin McGonigal with the uncommon mini diamonds. Good one there. Paul Skeens team finest refractor. Dylan Beavers with the common refractor. Brian Wu for the Mariners with the rare mini diamonds. Ohtani with the common. Connor Griffin with the rare. Uncommon. Owen Cassidy Rivals refractor. Colby Thomas rookie mini diamonds. Paul Skeens rare. Ohtani with the uncommon. Jackson Holiday with the uncommon mini diamonds. Chase Burns rare rookie. Yep. Password Garcia for the Pirates, common mini diamonds. Byron Buxton, rare for the Twins. Mike Trout, common mini diamonds. Eldridge is a common refractor, rookie for the Giants. The Miz, common. Caminero, mini diamonds. Connor Griffin with another common. Akamoto for the Blue Jays, rookie, mini diamonds. Jackson Merrill. The Miz, team finest refractor. Colson Montgomery, common refractor. Murakami up here. I'll get to that in a minute. Otani with a common. Cags and Corbin. Oh, that's numbered. Okay. It's numbered out of 75 too. We did actually get some good numbered stuff. So I want to go over this real quick because we also had the rare Otani. So we had a common, uncommon, and rare of the Otanis. No refractors. For the Pirates, we had the Paul Skeens rare, the Garcia mini diamonds, Connor Griffin common, and uncommon and another common. So Pirates, you did well today, Corey. We also had, before I get to some of this other stuff, a bunch of Murakamis. Common, arrivals, and a rare. No refractors, but still really good. Then let's get into our numbered content here, because there's a decent amount of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbered cards and an autograph. Joe Ryan out of 250. That goes out to the Twins. Out of 199, Kafis for the Guardians. Skubal for the Tigers out of 250. For the Pirates, Garcia out of 250. Connolly Early out of 50 going out to the Red Sox rookie. Another rookie numbered card out of 25, Parker Messick. But a Corbin Carroll out of 75, team's finest of the Diamondbacks. And a Bobby Witt for the Royals, 25 out of 75. So 2 out of 75 and a 1 out of 25, 1 out of 50. I mean, the auto wasn't great. Warming Bernabell, but it's still a rookie. Going out to the Nationals, Bob Riley. All right, guys, obviously we already ran up the home run derby for this. We wanted to get it in beforehand. Again, thank you, Chris, for doing that. Guys, thanks for listening to me rant and rave about or complain about the Fan Fest today, but it was cool. I'm going to post some more pictures, and I want to show you the video of the top stand as well. But yeah, I was glad we got to decompress with you guys tonight. Thank you so much. Glad we pulled some nice stuff. I don't know what's going on for tomorrow yet. I got to get some stuff organized here and get stuff to you guys. So bear with me, but I want to get a break out early for the All-Star game. So stay tuned tomorrow. Love you guys.